Hello there guys, and welcome back to another update video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what is coming in the update on the 27th of October 2016. Now there is very little in terms of what is coming to the main branch this week, and we do have some nice stuff to update you on going into pre-release next week. So the first thing that I have for you that will be coming into main this week is a pistol buff. Now what has happened now is they have changed the draw time of the semi-auto pistol and the revolver. It's been reduced down to 0.5 seconds. So we're just going to take a look at this now. As you can see, that comes out pretty quick. You could be firing in next to no time. And then the next thing I have for you this coming into main this week is an update to the LR300. Now they've tweaked it a little bit so it doesn't clip quite so much, and then they've also changed the sights on it to make aiming down sight a little bit better. So if we take a look here, now you can see the back part of the sight is now a massive circle, so you can see straight down through there a lot easier, and it broadens your sight when looking down the gun. You will notice that I also have a muzzle brake on this gun, and that is the final change that we currently have coming into main. Now the muzzle brake is now going to penalise you less in terms of your aim cone. If we take a look here, we'll just take a couple of shots at the target and you will see just how far off the bullets will be. So the bullets are slightly off from the middle, but it's not overly bad. I mean, you can probably calculate this a little bit. If you're going for body shots, you will hit majority of the time. It's going to be a little bit harder when you are looking at going for headshots. So that is everything in terms of what is actually coming this week. Now, if you don't want to know what's coming next week, then you can tune out here. I'm going to go ahead and jump over onto pre-release so I can show you what will be coming in next week's update, and the first update of November. So here we are now over on pre-release. Now this may be something that not everybody has seen, but this is the new Rust workshop. This is the stuff that Gary has been working on, trying to integrate the game more along with Steam. Now in doing this, he has now enabled this workshop inside of the game, so you can now go ahead, edit items, paint on them, so that you can try and get them added into the game so other people can use them. Similar to how it was working previously, except now you can just go straight into the game and do it from there. If you want to come into this, when you load up on pre-release, you will notice at the bottom left hand side of the screen there will be a blue button that says workshop. Now as you can see, these are all items that other people have created. If you want to do your own item, you just go ahead here and click new. Then it's going to load up your character and you can change the type that you would like to do. So this is extremely buggy at the moment. Clicking on some things will plague your screen with the red text that comes across that you cannot get rid of. But you can go up here into edit things and then you can just play around. And you can see that doing this is making some bits disappear. And you can make it darker, lighter, and it's just something to play around with. I'm not exactly 100% on how to use this myself, but if you want to come and create some items, you can come and have a little look around. I'm sure there are guides on how to do this correctly. I'm just showing you guys what is here as part of the update. So now we are back in game in pre-release. So the next update that I've got for you guys is some more stuff around the component system. So as you'll notice now, if we go into crafting, we've got a ladder hatch here. It now requires you to have one wooden ladder plus 5 gears. Now if you want to go and take a look at the wooden ladder, it now requires you to have 5 rope along with the wood to craft it. So it's starting to get a bit more intricate and it's getting a bit more fleshed out. Now this will be ready for next week's update. So as of November the 3rd, we will be moving over to the component system away from the XP system. And then next we have a silencer buff. Now the cost of the silencer is going to be dropping from 10 high quality metal down to 8 high quality metal. Now this for some reason isn't going live today. It's going live with the rest of the pre-release stuff on the 3rd of November. Along with this, you also get reduced recoil and reduced weapon sway. So when you're aiming down sight now, the weapon won't move quite as much and the recoil won't be quite as much either. Now this will work with other weapons, I'm just showing you this on a bolt action rifle. And now the next thing that I have for you guys is external walls and gates. Now the cost has been increased. So if we take a look here in the crafting menu, you will notice now that the wooden externals are increased to 2,500 wood. And the stone externals increased to 5,000 stone. Now if you were to craft a high external stone gate, it will cost you 10,000 stone and 10 gears. And for the wooden gate, it will cost you 5,000 wood and 5 gears. Now alongside this, the health has also been decreased on these things. It was documented that the health would be dropping by 20%, so we can definitely assume that there's still going to be some more tweaks to this. Because if we take a look at both of these walls, we have the stone one down at 500 health. And then we also have the wooden one down at 500 health. So I can only assume that this is some slight error and there's going to be some more balancing on this. So aside from me showing you and telling you what I've told you, we're not going to look any more into this. I will let you know closer to the time of this update coming out whether or not this is going to be staying with these health and the damage values on each of the items. So now everything else that I have for you, sadly I can only talk about it, I cannot physically show you it. So there has been a bug with the dome where people were able to build on top of it. That has now been fixed, but it will not be going live until pre-release goes live on the 3rd of November. We've also had a lot of stuff been going on this week in terms of dungeon art. There's been a lot of new art going in, including stuff around warehouses, trucks and forklifts. We've also been seeing a lot of new stuff around harbours. Now sadly I can't show you anything in regards to any of this stuff because it is on a separate branch. It is not actually accessible to us, it's only accessible to developers. Hopefully we will see something about this tonight in the dev blog. If not, I'll try to keep you updated if we see anything over the next week. And then the thing that I have saved for last. This is possibly the most exciting thing for me because I like to go out and get a bit of a grind on, especially when we start in the early game. So barrels' worst loot will now be wood or crude oil. They will no longer just be empty. So typically when you're going out and maybe 20% of barrels give you nothing, once pre-release hits into the live game next week, they will no longer be empty and you will be getting stuff from them. Even if it is only wood or crude oil or some lower end items, you will now be getting items rather than nothing. So that is everything then guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have, make sure you hit that like button. And if you would like to see more content, make sure that you are subscribed. So that is all from me then guys. Thank you very much. Have a good day.